We good. We're good. Give
All
me
right, yeah,
one
we are
second.
in there.
Y'all good, but
Oh, too many concurrent sessions.
What is going on? Talk to me.
You got an issue too?
No.
oh, good, baby.
Hold on. It stopped my recording. I think I'm live. Let me double check. I think I'm live. I might have just had like recording on. Let's see. Yeah, it says I'm live. Are y'all good?
Yep.
All right. Yo, what up, folks?
Let me make sure I'm live.
Yeah, they're leaving comments and everything. So.
Oh yeah. They
All
saying
right.
what's up.
All
They saying
right,
what's
we
up.
good,
They hearing
right?
us.
Yeah,
They
we just
hearing us.
got to
They
give them a
hearing us.
chance.
They hearing
We're
us.
gonna
They
we gonna
hearing
act like we planned it out like that, man. Like giving y'all guys a chance to come in, get settled, and understand what's going on here. You know, it's the second episode of the 2K crossover report. You know, just come in, get settled, grab yourself a brew. I invented that. Grab yourself a brew,
I'm really have lawyers, okay, for people that have, copyright infringement. Okay, I'm just putting this out there. Putting this
yeah,
out
man,
there.
pull up, grab yourself a brew,
See y'all
guys.
coming in,
and,
we out here, man. We out here.
Half of my community, they're day drinkers, especially on Fridays. So
Yeah.
my community trying to roast me with that one. Day drinkers, what? Half of them be like Henny shots.
What's good, y'all? Come in here. We about to start it off, man. Y'all requested it. We not wasting no time. We getting straight to the business. Y'all requested it, man. All right. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. I got my guys right here. We pre-recorded before, but we had to bring it to y'all live because we want some live feedback and we want y'all to be involved in this whole process, all right? So as y'all see it right here, the 2K crossover, and I'm going to let my guys introduce themselves, Jay Easy and All City. Go right ahead, start off with All City, man.
What's good? Yeah, you already know All City in the building. We out here with the 2K crossover, and we're going to be covering everything that's pretty much happened throughout the week.
Jay, look like
man,
they said Jay has an echo.
I didn't think I even needed an introduction, man. I mean, I'm the resident corner sitter. You know what I'm saying? Am I in the corner on the screen for you? Oh, I'm at the bottom.
You in the corner. You in the corner.
Oh, well, yeah, that's where I'm comfortable at, man.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Man. Resident corner sitter, president of the corner sitting club, Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the barbershop. I'm gonna say barbershop till it's over.
You have not been to barbershop for years, bro. I got my own personal. Time to change all of that. All right, time to reset. All right.
You know what the funny part is? They started calling me Fresh from the barbershop because I used to cut my hair bald every day when I was in my 20s. I just go in the bathroom and cut it, and they're like, "Man, you always look like you fresh from the barbershop." So that became that nickname of sorts. But my brother, which is Bridget's brother, which is my brother-in-law, but I love him like a regular brother. He used to be like, you fresh out the bathroom. So, he always teased me like that. So maybe I go back to fresh out the bathroom because that's what I do now.
That's not. That wouldn't be a good.
See, that's what I'm saying. Fresh from the barbershop is much better.
Bathroom, yeah, fresh out the bathroom. I don't know if you can put that on a t-shirt, bro.
You got your pause on that one, Jay.
Yeah, that's a big
You got your pause on that one, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Fresh out the bathroom, like what? Go back in there,
yo, chat. We're gonna get to the chat. We're gonna get to the chat afterwards, right? Well, we got some topics we got to cover, of course, right? We're gonna get straight into it. I want y'all opinion, both of y'all, on the badge progression. Because let me start off. Y'all kill your boy Brute in the comment. You're like, oh, Jay Easy is right. I'm with Jay Easy on this one. We don't want to see no change. But now everybody is praising the changes because your boy Brute said he wanted a little bit of change. Y'all got on your boy neck. So I want your opinion today, both of y'all. I want you to start with Jay Easy first, then we go to All City, man. What's your opinion, my G?
I will tell you this, that I was okay with the badge progression system the way that it was. I had no problem with it because I understood that I'm not supposed to get every badge and that the badges that I used and went for, it was going to be a byproduct of not going for it. But then at the same time, I'm wise enough to realize that change is never a bad thing as long as it's consistent with what we are asking or what we're imploring them to do. So we didn't want every badge to be sped up, right? Because nobody's still getting every badge, right? But we did just want to get some other badges that were more difficult to get, like chase down artists. Really hard to get. Now, you used to have to get maybe 2 chase downs a game to keep that up. Now it's 1 every 2 or 3 games will give you progression. So I like the adjustment, but at the same time, I'm still happy that you don't get every badge. Like if you tried to get every badge, you wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to manage it. But the badges that you absolutely need to do your job, those are much easier to get. So like 94 feet, got it, and it's up there and it stays. One that was incredibly difficult, ankle braces. I was like, nobody's gonna have Hall of Fame ankle braces because you don't get your ankles broken like that in this game. You know what I mean? So, but now it's on Hall of Fame after a couple of days of playing because the parameters for activation and progression have been changed. So I do like the changes. And I do like that it's more of the same, but the things that you should be getting progression on, you are getting progression on. But I do like it that you're still not going to have every badge and be an OP super player.
He did all that not to say Brute was right. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's okay. I understand it's hard for people to just say Brute was right. I understand. Honestly, what's your opinion on it, man?
First of all, I don't even remember you saying anything about it last week, Brute.
But, my God!
yeah, I don't remember nothing. I don't remember nothing.
I don't remember that. Yeah. I can't recall, man. I can't recall.
Wow.
Hey, but for the folks that are in here, if you don't know what happened with badge progression / regression, they sped up your progression and they also slowed down your regression. And I noticed this ASAP. Man, since the release, I was not able to get a silver badge. Period. And I wasn't paying attention to it. So it ain't like I was able to understand why I need a particular badge. I was just going out there with a low overall. I'm going no money spent.
Right.
But I got to say, Brute, I like this change because now I have badges on gold. I'm working on my finishing as well, getting key badges to gold. I think it was needed.
100%. 100%. It's that simple. Okay, Jay got put a long. So was Brute was
it
right?
was needed. It was definitely needed. I'm cool with that. It was definitely needed.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
happy with it, and I'm glad that let me the shameless plug. If we can invoke that type of change on episode 1 of this podcast, just imagine what's going to happen down the road.
Don't
talk
know
to
who's
them.
Gonna be a
Talk to
special
them.
guest on the 2K crossover.
Talk to them.
There you go.
And we're gonna be having guests too. Don't worry, we got all that coming for y'all. Man. Now, there was some change. So there was some stuff revealed. Some shocking news for all the people that went out there and put up their attributes for that limitless badge and wanted it on gold and Hall of Fame. 2K Labs dropped some info. I'm gonna go to All City to give you all the numbers, y'all.
Yes, sir. We finna get right into it. Give me a second. Let me just get these numbers down because I know I pulled it up. Where did I write it at? Give me 1 second. Am I in the right notebook? Y'all can continue on while I pull these numbers up. You can start with Jay.
Yeah, well, the more or less what 2K Labs did, and like I said, I don't have the exact numbers on it, but what they did was they showed that the biggest. Y'all watch All City Live TV video, so I know the exact numbers. You get a 6% increase from 0 to bronze, and then after that it's like 2, and then it's like 3 or something like that. It's very incremental after that, but the biggest increase is from 0 to bronze. After that, you're not really seeing a big increase on the shot making. I think it was like 64. Then it was like
I got the
64.
Numbers.
Then it was 70. Go ahead. Yeah,
I'll break it down. So first of all, y'all need to know that limitless without a badge, you guys could shoot 55%. That's well over half your shots that you without a badge, without limitless at all. You can shoot 55% from the hash.
I already knew it because I was shooting with bronze consistently from deep. So I already knew you did.
But let me just add this as well, because this 2K Lab, this is what 2K Lab does. And they gave us these numbers and this opens up our game. You understand? If we start realizing we could shoot 55, that's 1 out of every 2 shots that you're gonna knock down shooting from the hash. Folks are gonna extend that range, and that's gonna give more space to the point guards that are struggling out there. From bronze to silver, now mind you, this is gonna be the biggest jump, like Jay was saying. You're gonna get about a 6% jump from bronze to silver, increasing your shooting percentage to about 61%. But there's no other level that gives you that significant a jump.
Right.
From bronze to silver, you go to 64%. From silver to gold to 66%, and then from gold to Hall of Fame, that's 68%.
Yeah.
So only 2%, 2 to 3% between each badge level, and no badge to Hall of Fame. With no badge, you're shooting 55%. With the Hall of Fame level, you'll be shooting 68%.
Man, that sounds like a good enough boost because I only got bronze on all my players, man. What y'all want?
Right.
I mean, y'all.
I don't have a problem with it just because I didn't want to see like you saw the first week of the game. You see how people treat things with limitless and all of that. We knew that you didn't need limitless range in this game because people that had no limitless range were shooting when they could get the proper pull up or when they so if somebody passed you the ball and you had play make take, it would give you the proper pull up from anywhere on the court. People were shooting from the other line, so with 25 three balls, so we knew that you didn't really need limitless range like that in this game. We already knew it, but I think then once they identified that issue and fixed it, you don't see anybody pulling from that deeply anymore. I think that they're really just trying to almost take that deep of that, relying on that deep of shooting out of the game. So you can do it here and there, but it is a gamble. But in previous 2Ks, you could literally create a game plan around shooting from that deeply. And I think that's something that they just didn't want. And so they just quietly ushered it out of the game, didn't say anything. And then, obviously 2K Labs is gonna get the numbers and let us know what's going on. But I think it's good for the game. I'm not gonna lie. Like you can't, it's like last year, what were we saying? I can't defend this guy 10 feet behind the 3-point line. And then he's dunking from the 3-point. When he gets to the 3-point line, he can either shoot it or dunk it. There's nothing I can do. I think it's good for the game, but you still see some people pulling from elite range. Those are the guys that are really good, like Sid and those guys. So I got no problem with it. Really good players, they adjust.
Facts. And I think shooting is back too when they made the last change as well. That's something we noticed, a drastic change in the shooting. Everybody is back to being happy again, to be honest with y'all. I'm not seeing as much complaints anymore. So overall, shooting is really good. But one thing we got to talk about, and this is an amazing transition, is the finishing in the game, y'all. Finishing. Y'all know me, I'm a rim runner. I love rim running. I'm not going to stop rim running no matter what. I don't care what they do. I'm going to figure it out, which I did in this 2K. But I got to be honest with you. That dunk meter is trash, bro. It's useless.
Green or miss.
I probably used that dunk meter maybe 3 or 4 times. Maybe got 2 successful contact dunk because it's literally like a hair fronticle.
Right.
That's the green. It's ridiculous. And sometimes you max that bar and still once it ain't green, you're not. It's ridiculous right now, man. So what y'all think about what Laker fan pretty much revealed with the dunk meter, with the standing dunk bar is just crazy. That green window is just crazy. You don't even need standing dunk.
Right.
What do y'all think about
you can do that with the I actually did it yesterday because I don't put dunking on my player that much, and I just got 80 dunking this year. So when Laker fan did, I was like, hold on, let me go try this. And I went and tried. I was like, that's very interesting that I was able to do that, and the bar was that big. I will tell you this, last year when you had, so if there was not a badge in the game called Precision Dunker, which is supposed to open up that green window, I would be like, that's how it was last year. It wasn't that big last year, so it would be, but that Precision Dunker is supposed to open up the green window, so it could be something to do with the Precision Dunker badge. But Mike, he did say that the engineers identified something. He did not specify what exactly they identified. I'm guessing that maybe they just had the 2 switched to something where Precision Dunker was not working for. It was working for the the standing dunks, but it wasn't working for the running dunks, whatever, driving dunk. Right. And maybe that's what it is.
Not a rim runner. You see, he don't even know the rim running term. I'm offended. Okay.
I have no clue about the rim running lingo.
President of the Rim Runners Association and not know the term. Jay on the hot seat. He's on the hot seat right now, okay? Hey, man, I think we got an imposter, chat. We got an imposter. Okay.
I don't get on the rim like that, my good sir. I just watch you do it, so I can't.
What are your thoughts on City?
Well, for those that don't know what happened, what's going on, what Laker fan exposed is that the standing dunk, as far as the dunk meter is concerned, was pulling from your driving dunk attributes. So he ended up making 2 separate builds, one with a super low standing dunk, one with a super high standing dunk. When he attempted a dunk meter with the super high standing dunk, he saw that his dunk meter green window was super small. He attempted the same standing dunk with a dunk meter with his driving dunk high and his standing dunk low. And so he had a gigantic green window for his
it was like just literally the whole bar. It's like when you shoot a layup where you literally couldn't miss if it's open.
Yeah. So he sent that to Mike Wang, and Mike Wang responded, and they identified the problem. So we should be seeing a fix for that. What's going to happen to the game when they do adjust that? Are we going to see a lot more dunk metered type of dunks? I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have to wait and see.
It wouldn't bother me if we saw more dunk metered dunks. Like when people go into the rim and they get on the rim and they dunk metering it. That wouldn't bother me because we know it has to be green or miss. And even so, Mike said, even so, it can be green sometimes and you can still miss because the shot gets blocked, it gets altered, you get body checked or anything like that. Yeah. So I'll be fine with it because putting the dunk meter in the game is only going to, or correcting the dunk meter, it'll only punish the guys that don't have high interior and don't have high strength. If you got high interior and high strength, you're going to get punched on here and there, but it's not going to be the rule. It'll be the exception. So if he tries you 7 times, he might get you 3. And it's kind of, just like with the steals, we're putting the most egregious steals out there and wanting those to be the rule instead of just putting the steals out there, the regular stuff, or, they act like that happens every game. But I can say, I feel like the steals have been touched a tad at least, because I played a session last night with my boy Matt. He was running point, and some games he was running reckless point, and he didn't lose the ball even once. Not even once.
So nobody plucked him even once. Somewhere.
Right. I feel like they did. But I was getting plucks, though. I was plucking people because I'm body checking, bumping, waiting for the right time. He's on his last adrenaline, and then I'm stripping the ball. Right. And then if he kept dribbling into me, I could get it. But not just I could hit the button. I even tried it a couple of times. They was like, that's a bad one. Don't do that again, Jay. Like 10-4.
2K be dropping those hot fixes easy, man. You know that. Yeah. You know that. Yeah. But I think with the finishing thing though, it was expected for me. I ain't going front with y'all, because remember last year when they were saying, okay, we'll allow way more cop back dunks. I was like, yo, hold up. Hold up. I'm a rim runner. And I was like, hold up. Y'all don't want to make dunking too overpowered, because then people will start complaining, and 2K tend to go the extreme when it comes to their fixes. That's the problem I have with 2K. They don't slightly do anything to balance it off. They usually go the extreme. So if dunking was overpowered one year, the next year, guess what? They're going to dunking out the game. Okay, that's like the 6'9" Bills. Overpower one year, guess what? Get them out the game. He's not going to be able to create any viable 6'9" point guards anymore. So that's why I tell people, you got to be careful with what y'all ask for, or how far or how much 2K give y'all, because if they go too far, the community going to whine and complain like they usually do. Okay,
I can't take another year of poor interior defense. This is why this is concerning to me. Yeah, last year was one of the worst interior defense years I think I've ever seen in any 2K point blank period. So I'm like, we can't even get any game that even resembles that in regards to interior defense. And I know a lot of you bigs out there are hoping that they don't patch interior defense for the sake of finishers out there. Mike Wang released a tweet today talking about hands-up defense.
Right.
And the reason why a lot of hands-up defense is not effective is because your hand needs to damn near be touching the rock for it to have an impact. Right. And the reason why
around the rim.
And the reason why that was put in place was to prevent finishers from smoking wide open layups.
Right.
So
I think it's a really good thing. Like I know a lot of people don't. I think that the interior defense this year is really good, because if I see that center's on the right side of the rim, now I'm talking about the way it's balanced is what I'm saying. I see the center on the right side of the rim and I'm going left and I scoop layup left. He's not blocking that shot. You're going to make that shot a lot of the times. If you dunk with the right hand, you're going to dunk with the proper hand. But I mean, I think it's okay. Not saying
I don't want to hear no centers complain about interior defense. I just created a 6'9" center.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That is causing chaos.
Pure
inside. All you got is defense.
All he got is
like a Dennis Rodman build
and dunk.
Strength.
How it feels out there, because I was thinking about that.
Great. I'm having so much fun. I made it for solo rep, bro. I'm going in there, I'm causing chaos.
Good.
I'm getting so much stops, so much rebounds. I'm dominating with a 6'9" center, bro. So anytime I hear center talking about the game ain't got no defense, no. They're creating their builds without defense and getting exposed, bro.
But at the same time, if they attack you the right way and you're out of position, they could score. It's not impossible for them to score.
Interior defense is based heavily on possession, right? You gotta be there first, and you gotta play aggressive. Right. I'm not meaning jump at everything, but you gotta beat people to their spots, right?
Exactly.
Which is why I went with a shorter build, so the speed, and I put a lot of strength on it. So crazy with the Dennis Rodman, that more strong as hell.
Thank you. I was thinking the same.
I'm telling you, it's causing chaos out here. So I want to hear nobody complain about interior defense this year. Trust me, okay? Trust me. Y'all get that build soon, but. Right now it's good, but finishing, they need to do something with those bars, bro. They need to do something.
And I agree with you on the bars. They can change the bars, but not the way in which people are finishing around the rim. I'm cool with how they're finishing around the rim.
Yes,
but I like it.
If you have precision dunker on Hall of Fame, you should get a lot more. Now, I'm not even gonna say a little bit more. You should get a lot more green zone to be able to dunk the ball than what they have right now.
I think there's a lot that we got to take into consideration, because the problem that 2K has with this is that they continue to fix one aspect of the game, they continue to undermine another aspect.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it's really not that simple, right? So somebody with a 99 block and a 99 interior, and he's contesting somebody, let's say, with a 92 driving dunk, the numbers say it should favor the defender.
Right.
And I think that this is the complication.
If he's in the right position, it should be based on position.
If he's in the right position.
I think if it's based on position. So if the defender beat you to that spot and you do what he's supposed to do, he's supposed to cancel off your dunk. Right. But if the dunker beat you to that spot, he got there quicker and you late, you should pay for it. So that's where the stick skill comes in and the IQ comes in.
Right. There you go. There's facts. There's absolute facts.
I'm fine with how it is right now.
The problem is that we haven't seen that from 2K. That's the main problem, is that although I say 2K24 seems pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But up until this point, we haven't seen that, say, from 2K20 probably. Quite a few years where it didn't matter position. You know what I mean? Because I felt smart when I was driving in 2K20. I felt like I had control all the way through. All the way through. And I feel
again,
like
on City again, a lot of people was complaining in 2K20 about the hop and the interior defense.
I loved it.
Now,
we didn't have interior defense on the bills, and
I put interior defense on my build, and I was canceling out all that stuff.
Yep.
But you're absolutely right. How about them 6'7s in 2K20? Them 6'7s were going crazy. Interior defenders or interior finishers, I think they were called. On defense, they were going crazy, stopping the hop.
Yes.
Stopping the hop.
You had interior, you could stop it. If you didn't, you couldn't stop it. You didn't. And to you guys' point, when they're changing things, I think that my opinion has always been this, or my theory has always been this, and I think we talked about it last week, that 2K does things with thresholds. So again, 50 you can dunk, 49 you can't. It's no 50 you can dunk, and then 49 you can dunk a little less frequently. Then 48 you can dunk a little. No, it's not. It's a hard cutoff.
It does have some thresholds, though. It does have some thresholds.
Yes. Right. 75 you can shoot. 74, don't even try it. You might as well be on 0. And so I think that when they adjust these things and they adjust it so that the frequency is less, it becomes 0 rather than it's instead of significantly less, it just is off and on. Yeah. And so I think that's just part of it. So that's why I'm always saying, when we ask them to make changes, please be careful. Please be very specific.
I'm always very worried when we start complaining too much about something. I'm always, because I know they listen. You gotta give 2K props though. You might like the changes they make, but they always pay attention to the community. They always do. Yes. All right. So that's why people gotta be careful when they complain. Understand this. Can you deal with the problem now? Because sometimes it's better with the devil you know than the one you don't.
There you go. Perfectly said. Correct. Perfectly said.
You know what I'm saying? All right.
Let me just add one more thing in regards to the changes, because the pivotal moment, in my opinion, I don't know if you guys agree, but the pivotal moment in 2K23, when, in my opinion, it started going downhill, was when they made that adjustment to steals.
Yes.
And here we are. Yeah, and here we are. Mike Wang, there was a video that went viral. Mike Wang said, that looked bad. He showed a clip, and he said that looked bad, that he'll look into it. And that, in my opinion, means that we're going to get some sort of... Let me just elaborate on this, because like to what Jay was saying, what y'all was saying, when 2K makes a change, they can't just... like it's like 0 or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So it's just too much, you understand? So if they make a change to steals, it seems that they can't go in, at least from what we experienced last year, they cannot just go in and take out that animation that's disrupting gameplay. They have to see. Well, if they
last year the back pluck was removed.
No,
it wasn't working anymore.
Let me add to that. Not only was that removed, Steals got an overhaul with that removal. So that's what I'm trying to say here. It doesn't seem like they
could just take out that specific thing and not affect everything overall. Drastically, basically.
Yeah, so that's what I'm worried about this year, is that they try to target that particular animation where the guy was putting it behind his back and it glitched back to the steal. That they're gonna adjust the slider, and that slider is gonna be adjusted a little too much, and we're gonna be back at it.
And the thing is, we don't understand how to do this programming and stuff when it comes to these things, right? That's the thing. So that's why people will say, "Oh, I want this." It mightn't be as easy as you think for them to make that adjustment. To be honest with y'all, it just might not be that easy for them to just say, "Okay, let's just slightly do this." They might just say, "All right, you know what? They want it out. Take it out," and then it started affecting a bunch of other stuff, because a lot of stuff is built onto stuff and it's layers and layers. So that's and every time I give, they say, "Oh, Brute, oh, you a sellout, man." Like, no, I'm trying to be reasonable.
And to that point, the same thing. The numbers are what the numbers are, and it's how, like Zara always says, we set the numbers where we set them, and then the way that the game manifests what you actually see, that's largely up to the game. Like, it's going to be in the moment, and there's a whole lot of factors that go into it, but they can set the thresholds, but there's no way they can monitor it for the amount of frequency. That's supposed to be the community's job. And the problem is, again, they're only going to show the most egregious issues. They're not and use those as the rule instead of these are the exceptions. I've never got this steal on anybody. That one right there. I'm sure it doesn't happen all that often.
Yeah.
But the fact that it even happened once is a
problem.
And so
that's
very difficult to target that.
I feel differently, because although I don't like the idea that the animation is in the game, I don't like the idea that the ball handler actually made a good decision and brought the ball to the opposite side of the defender. You know what I mean? Just, how many players do we see out there actually dribble into defenders and don't get the ball stolen? What I'm trying to say here is that it's tough to gauge it, because when it happens on defense, as far as the defender getting a steal, it's like the community's eyes are wide open and there's just like, no way, that should not happen. But in the same instance, you got primary ball handlers making tons of mistakes.
Correct. And we can't get it.
And we can't get none. Nobody opens their eyes wide at that point. You know, it seems like primary ball handlers are allowed to make a lot more mistakes than defenders, and that's my biggest issue.
I agree with that.
I'm the playmaker. I think that's how it should be. But
but probably closing this one off, I will say I definitely feel like they've touched it or remedied it. This time, I would say 2K fixed something the right way, because even though I was not getting a bunch of reach steals yesterday, and like I said, Matt didn't turn the ball over even once to a steal, I was getting the ones where I botted them up, faced them up, and then took it from them. I got that a lot. And one thing that I really do like is if the person continues to dribble into you ball hand first, you just take the ball from just like, stop playing with me, give me the basketball. And, if you got your hands up or what have you. So that I'll take that exchange if I can get bumpy steal and get steals here and there like that. I'm okay with that. I don't even have to be. They can literally take the reach steal out of the game. I wouldn't care. But
don't say that, Jay.
I mean, I don't want them to. But I'm just saying that if we can bump people and I'm taking it back. Leave the reach steal in the game, but also if they continue to dribble into us ridiculously with no thought process, then I want those steals too, those bump steals too.
Yeah, I think overall the 2K community, as Owen said, we don't care that much about defense, to be honest. We say we do, but we kind of don't, to be honest with y'all. But hopefully, man, I ain't gonna lie. Every time they touch defense, I'm panicking because y'all know I love defense, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to shift to something a little bit more serious.
Of course.
You know, a serious debate that's been going on for a while now. Back and forth. Comp versus casual. And of course, Black Cobra is in the middle of all of this, man. All right. They've been telling him he can't play comp. They've been saying it. Bro, you could do all this stuff in rec because y'all know I'm a rec warrior. All right. Once again, the president of, I don't know, Jay asked me today how much things I'm the president of. I'm sorry, man. I wear many hats. Okay. The president of the Rec Warriors Association. Black Cobra is part of that. He's a vice president. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they've been telling him, yo, you can't do this on the comp scene. And he brought out his receipts to show that doing what he does anywhere. So I want your thoughts on that. I want you to start off with All City on this one, man. All right. I see Jay ready. Calm down, Jay. Calm down. All right. Calm down.
I'm going to lean back.
Yes. We want All City on this one, man. What do you think about that, man?
First off, salute to Black Cobra. Everything he's done so far with his opportunity, he's winning.
Song in bias.
True leader.
Song in bias right here.
This man created his own lane, and he's shining with it.
No, I'm trying to be a hater right now. What are you trying to say? They copy and pasting comp?
It be what it be. I'm talking about Black Cobra. Black Cobra, he's doing his thing. So I salute the man. I commend him for his efforts, and he's continuing to shine at what he does. And he's building a community behind his play style.
Facts.
So I gotta commend that because it's a rare occasion when we get creators that come up like this. It's a super rare occasion, especially with how competitive 2K creators are with each other. I don't like the idea of how the comp scene is coming at Black Cobra, but I understand their perspective. Their perspective is basically, and there's some underlying issues behind this, which I'll get into in just a second, but their perspective is we want to pretty much know if this gameplay is suitable within the comp scene. And Black Cobra sends his receipts, like Bruce said, and says it is. I could play like this on the comp scene. It's almost like what I'm getting from the comp scene, and I'm not trying to be too harsh with my thoughts on this, but it's almost like whatever Black Cobra does is not good enough unless it hits one of the comp 2K creators. If we really just want answers for the 2K community, then accept the answers that Black Cobra is providing you on his Twitter page. That is my opinion. He's giving you the answers. He's saying he's playing comp. He's showing his card. Let the man live. Leave him alone in his lane that he created for himself, is what I'm saying. If you guys want answers, if folks from the comp scene want answers, then go out and find somebody else to get you those answers. Leave the man alone is my thought process on it, because he's doing his own thing. That's my thoughts on it. I'll leave it alone.
Woo! Oh, City, man, you sound like you want some smoke too, man.
I wasn't supposed to share that much, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you, all City. I ain't gonna lie, Jay.
But it gets me hot. It does get me a little hot because I'm like, man, the man is doing this. He's winning. Let him win.
Yeah, Jay.
I mean, I think that. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's unfortunate because a lot of times you got it's envy is what it is in my opinion. Like you see somebody, it's just like this would be the equivalent of an NBA player looking at AND1 and saying that those guys should not be able to get paid to play basketball because it's not the true professional basketball, but everybody has different tastes. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you might like 5 feet tall women. I might like women 6'4". Hey, everybody need love. So the thing, it's going to work out how it's going to work out. But the point of it is, somebody said in my comment section today, it's like, well, you can't go around saying you can do this or that and then not back it up. And I'm saying, he's just saying that this is what he's doing. I'm having fun doing this. And then they're coming along and making it an issue that you can't do it with comp. I've seen this happen from time to time with a close personal friend of mine, Anonymous 2K TV. And Anonymous was like, yo, Black Cobra, don't buy into that. Don't, because Anonymous, he was like, yo, I am calling plays in Pro-Am. I'm calling plays in rec.
I remember
and his
for
videos
real,
doing,
they did say that last year that he can't do that in Pro-Am. Then he went to Pro-Am and was calling plays.
Crazy.
But then they moved the goalposts. They said that on comp Pro-Am. There are levels to it apparently.
He said so. They said you can't do it in Pro-Am. You can't do it in you're doing it in rec. Cool. He went and played Pro-Am. Now you're not doing it in comp Pro-Am. So he went and did it in comp Pro-Am. Well, you can't do it against a comp team. Did it against a top 10 team and smacked, like literally smacked them. Well, you got to be. Well, we weren't. That wasn't our real team. You got to do it. Get in this league, and so he's like, it's just ridiculous. It doesn't matter what I do. I can't ever do right by you guys, and it's always going to be. You can't do it against a comp team. It's got to be in a comp against a comp team in a comp league. Like you can't continue to move the goalpost. And to be honest with you, I'm just gonna tell you, I've got exclusive footage of audio of Black Cobra telling the people how he feels about this. We're going to pull it up right now. Black Cobra.
We do not care.
Hey, Black Cobra does not care what they're talking about. And I agree with him. Do what you want to do. Do it how you want to do it. We are all grown men. And like I said, I'm going to do what I want to do because that's the benefit of being grown. And I implore you to do what it is that you like to do. Because as long as this electricity is getting paid by me, I'm going to play this game how I want to. And that's more or less what Black Cobra's telling them. Like, I can do it what I want to. And I've shown you that I can do it. But you know what the key is? This is what they're hating on. This is what they can't stand. I did it against comp. You said I couldn't do it against comp. But I'm not doing it against you when you are specifically targeting me and targeting my play style.
Yes.
And of course, if I play you,
they can put about 3 lockdowns around them.
Yeah, of course. Of course I'm not going to be able to do it. Same thing they tell us all the time. Diddy, you can't, y'all play style don't work. You can't run 5 out. Or use that Duncan Bill. You put up the video. You done it in every aspect. Me, Brute. Y'all can't run 5 out against comp teams in the rec. Y'all not playing against teams in the rec. Now that's all we play as teams in the rec. Still running 5 out in the hardest 2K2 run 5 out in. So it doesn't matter. But of course, when they come in there and they stream snipe us and they see that we got Big Mac in the corner and he's having a bad day shooting. Like every day, I love you, Mac. But, Big Mac having a bad day.
He was hitting. I gotta give props. He's hitting lately, though.
He hitting lately.
Like,
okay, my
23 wasn't his game. 23 wasn't his game.
Okay,
but he hitting lately. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then what they will do is they're gonna see Big Mac missing, and then they're gonna abuse his corner. They never gonna take a shot on me, but they're gonna abuse his corner. And then they're gonna see right. Then they're gonna see whoever else we're playing with, and they're gonna look at the stream for 30 minutes, see what they can pick those things apart, stand on top of my feet so I can never take a shot, double team Brute, pinch everything, and of course we're gonna lose the game when you're being particularly targeted. But when you're just playing the game straight, and we don't have the pieces to do it. He never said he had the pieces to do it. He never said he had an interest in doing it. The only thing he said is, "This is what I am doing. Look at, if you enjoy this type of content, tap in. If you don't, it's not for you. God bless you. We're going to keep moving on." But guess what he said? I got to go to work in the morning, so I ain't got time to argue with presumably grown men over this on the internet.
I ain't going to lie. Y'all sound very biased, okay? Y'all sound very biased, and it takes somebody to put some balance in there, and it won't be me, goddammit. It ain't gonna be me. I'm sorry. I can't. It's hard for me to defend the comp community, but what we will do is invite someone from the comp community here for a different episode to defend that conversation, because I can't do it. I would like to play devil's advocate, but all I see was someone mind their business, playing their play style, and then I see he start getting a bunch of hate.
Right.
That's all I see. That's what I saw. Right. It is what it is, man. People just like to view that type of game more now, clearly. And that type of game will go further. Like, they will show that on ESPN, as I said before. And believe it, the day when I said that, the next day that playstyle was on ESPN going viral. Right. Which is crazy. I said it today, the next day it was on ESPN. Then someone posted something similar, ESPN the next day. And over time, and it was everywhere. But the comp play style, although it's very competitive, because guess what? We find glitches within the game and take advantage of it or whatever. It's better to win. Right, cool, we get that.
Right.
but is it visually stimulating?
It used to be. There was once upon a time it used to be. Things done changed.
Or was it the competition that people liked? The way how people reacted within the competition. That's different. Black Cobra don't have to show his face. He just got to show his play style. He ain't got to show how you react to his move. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the comp, it's all about being that competitive, that, that aggression with it. That's entertaining. But the play style, not necessarily. I just got to call it what it is. Again, next episode or whatever, we'll get someone and invite them here to speak on the comp behalf. I normally like to go devil's advocate. Trust me. But it's hard to defend this, man. It's hard. And I think we got a very biased panel right now.
Yeah, I can understand their perspective, though. Like I said, to me, their perspective is, I can look at it from their perspective. Let's do it this way. I would feel some type of way if I was at the top of my profession. I was the best, considered the best in the world. What if I was LeBron James and I'm getting championships? I'm doing all of this, and then somebody just shows them like street ball just come along and it's like, bro, these guys not really even playing basketball. I can see. I'm not that type of person to feel some type of way about that, but I could see the sentiment. If I'm making sense, I could see why you could feel like I'm the best in the world and nobody cares.
Damn, that would make me feel. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of harsh. Right? You're trying to show some sympathy on there, and then you just go harsh, like 0 to 100. I mean, yes, and then you said nobody cares about what they do in the same sentiment. I'm just saying that's the sentence. It went from me being compassionate to y'all. Who cares? Like that's. I mean, Jay, you can't. You can't do that. I'm just saying. Okay,
I'm bad at this, man. I'm bad at it.
I'm just hash, man. All right, so we gotta get to the chat, man. It's about that time. I want everybody to look in the chat and we try and get some questions, of course, or some topics from the chat because we want to involve you all as well. So what we got here? What we got in the chat, man?
I got one real quick. My guy Weezy Wee says exactly the way that I keep putting it, and it's MFs think they comp. At the end of the day, it's the video game. And that is why the comp scene is not as respected because, as I think I said it before we started the stream, I know I can't be LeBron James. You could give me 10 million years, I would never evolve to be him. But people really feel like if they had 10 hours a day, they could be a comp player. That may not be the truth. But they do feel that way.
MP13 says something around. He said something that goes in line with, he said, but LeBron James, because you referenced LeBron, he said, but LeBron don't go around belittling other people's play style with these condescending tones. I think that rubbed the community the wrong way a lot.
Yeah.
For real.
That might be what it is. You just rub the community the wrong way, and they may not care, and that's their right to not care. I totally understand it, but you're just not going to win any friends that way. That's all.
I see huge changes, man. I see huge changes in the community. The comp scene has reigned supreme for a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean to say, maybe, to folks like me, Jay, and Brute, we wouldn't count them as reigning supreme. But to the 2K community, they were like the people that folks wanted to strive.
Especially.
Yeah, they try to emulate their gameplay around them, which is why you see so many bum guards out there dribbling predetermined set moves before they even look at the defender in front of them because they're trying to emulate something. There's facts. I play 2K every day, so I see that often. So they've reigned supreme for a long time, and I think, it's good to see change, in my opinion. And Black Cobra is representing change, expanding gameplay, trying new things. This year, going no money spent has put me into my career, which I thought I'd never play. I'm trying different moves out because my player is not max, so I got to find better ways to score.
My career is fun, isn't it?
Fun, bro.
Super fun this year. Super fun this year.
Yeah, and I'm out there trying different moves, which is refreshing. Than just the same cheese over and over, rinse and repeat. It gets boring every single day going into the rec doing the same exact thing every player looks like.
Ooh.
I will say this too, though. The comp community should be happy though, because the comp scene is while the casual scene is growing at an alarming rate, the comp scene is more popular than it's ever been. You look at guys playing tournaments on Twitch. You see they're doing numbers. You see the 2K League, they do their 5v5. They're doing major numbers. The 3v3 does major numbers. So the comp scene is more popular than ever. And so I just don't. It just feels like you want to have everything. We're gonna stomp out everything. If it ain't comp, it ain't right. Like I don't let that guy.
You know what's always funny to me, man? They will look at a casual, right, and say, "Yo, wager me." We don't care about wagering. Leave that for y'all. Like for real, like wager me to prove your. No, I really don't care.
Like, you got it, boss.
Take it. Okay, you're better at playing competitive 2K. Okay, have that. That was never the debate. The debate have never been who's better at playing 2K at all. The debate has always been which one people prefer to look at, which one is better, is more visually pleasing. In my opinion, that's been the conversation. But they always take it back to that will never work on the comp scene. Wager me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling like Zach Timmerman said, nah.
And in front, them wagers, like what they did for 2K20, them wagers lifted up the community.
Yes, it was a great time. It was a great era. Trust me.
And thank you for saying that, because facts, it was an era. And the era is changing. And, the community is opening the door, which is what I love to see, because in the future, what that means is we're going to see so many different play styles evolve because they believe the narrative of you have to play this way to be good at 2K is dissipating with each passing year. So I love to see this, man. And it's folks like Black Cobra.
Let me say this.
They're inspiring.
Let me say this also. And this is the problem with a lot of creators, a lot of people who want to survive within this community. They don't know how to adjust with the time. I've seen it. A lot of people had some peak years, and because certain things change, they refuse to change and spend a lot of times complaining, and then it moved on without them. Right? Yeah. So that's something they need to really reevaluate. Like they need to look around and check, bro. I mean, you had an era, but if things change, you gotta be able to move with the times. You got to.
I want to add to that, bro, because I'm just going to add this little piece here. Oftentimes, people forget why their platform is what it is, and it's because of the people. And, this point blank, it always falls back to the viewer. People's egos oftentimes think that, allow them to believe that they are the absolute reason why someone is watching them play the game. And I'm just like, man, your ego is larger than life. If your ego was that as large as your viewership, then maybe you'd have something going. So, what I'm trying to get at here is that if we just tone down our egos, we'll be able to kind of brush aside the clouds and see how we can reach the viewers.
So
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got devil's advocates in the chat. All right. He said, the numbers don't lie. Most views come from comp playstyle and comp streamers. Maybe it's the streamer they like, but they're still watching cheesy playstyle for hours a night. Is this true?
I think folks enjoy it. Like I said, we're in a transition where we're gonna watch these players evolve.
Let's dissect this a bit, because I watch a lot of streams. To me, some of the top streamers is who? Bullet for 2K.
Yep. Quavo. Buckets.
Bro, these are characters, bro. They're entertaining. They're not doing just what everybody does. It's how they react to certain stuff. They're entertaining, bro. It's not just the play style. Trust me. You got a bunch of calm people that they just left right with no emotion and nobody watch.
I'll tell you, I'll give you a perfect example. You watch EJ play, it's the furthest thing from comp that you could possibly get. But he's on
so entertaining. So entertaining.
It's the furthest thing from comp. And it's by design that it's the furthest thing from comp. He goes out there, he plays, he exclaims, he say, take me on a 10-game win streak, dog. Does all of that. and he's entertaining, but it's the furthest thing from comp. Now, could he be comp if he wanted to? Of course. I mean, he played a game. One time they were saying he's the best guard in the game.
You got to put in the time and just be able to.
But, come on. But by design, it is the furthest thing from comp, and he was carrying 2K23 on 3 different platforms. So
yes, fire. Let me see. NP13, appreciate that, Mike. He said comp players haven't realized they won't do real numbers because they don't have a watchable content style, Ticino whole entertainment style for wagers, casual friendly video. Facts. And he played casual as well. He doesn't play comp. You notice that Ticino do not play comp style. He does a bunch of hop steps and spin fades and all that stuff. That's not what they would consider comp. But they let Ticino pass with it, by the way. If anybody else do it, that's realistic, boring basketball. But Ticino do it because he competed all over these years. They put him in that comp category, but his play style is never similar to any of these comp guys.
Correct.
So that shows that they already moved the goalposts in that sense already. Oh yeah, of course, ATL as well, very entertaining as well.
Yeah, folks, as in my comment section said, what about Davis and Agent Zero?
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember them. You know, some of the largest 2K creators in history. These guys got so large that they would take over platforms, let alone a 2K community. You know,
let me ask you, what comp player been to those heights?
I can't tell you one. Can't tell you one. They have fun with their content. So where did we go wrong? Where did it? I love everybody to have a voice. I love that idea. But where did someone decide that this is the voice? When the good majority of the players are casual, this is absolute facts. The majority of the players on 2K are casuals. They're considered the casual player. The comp scene and comp community make up a small percentage. Although I want everybody to have a voice, how do we even allow the idea that the comp scene is the voice?
Yeah, to lead the way. Because they are the, I ain't gonna lie, I know I'll be trolling, but they do the most complaining.
He's going into it.
It's called the vocal minority. And the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Oh, we sound like this whole thing is just bashing comp players, bro. Damn.
It's not.
But it's not.
I enjoy watching comp. I like hearing about comp. But, you know, for me, ideally, it's just the attitude. The attitude behind. I'm not saying this is every comp player, because we have some great comp players.
No, see it. Lag out the realist. Yeah, a couple of, you know, all them guys, Bauer and
Bear the Beast,
all them guys.
Bear the Beast.
Bear, they don't act like that. Bear, you could probably go to Bear Stream right now. He said, I need 2 from the, he'll be like, I need 2 from the chat. Let's go. So, you know, it's not everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's just the elitist.
They a lot of them do have an elitist mentality. A lot of them do. And they even call it Timmy with 2 thumbs. How dare he beat me in a game of 2K? Or Joey 1-5 something. They got something with Timmy. They got some obsession with Timmy and Joey. I don't know who it is, Timmy and Joey. Like Timmy and Joey did something to them or their girl or I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Timmy and Joey did to them, but they got some obsession with Timmy and Joey, bro.
I mean, no.
I'm gonna bro with you, man. Damn,
to each their own, man. To each their own. It is what it is. If you enjoy watching the comp scene, you enjoy watching the comp scene.
I enjoy watching the comp scene.
I enjoy watching them.
Well, I enjoy watching that type of realistic stuff as well. That stuff is so entertaining to me what they're doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It should be you do your thing, it is what it is. But that's not how it is. It's you do your thing. How dare you not doing what I'm doing? That could never compete against what I'm doing.
Can I add to that too? Because I know these folks spend hours upon hours in the lab. Could that practice time be like something that's I don't know how to lay it out here, but could it be something that causes resentment when they see something different?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it's like I'm the best in the world at this. I perfected my craft. I'm at the top of the game. professionally, but I don't know how to tap into that scene over there. And it's, I just don't know how to tap into this scene. I would think this, if it were me, I would be like, Black, come run with us. Show me the ways. I would do that. I know I can do what you're doing. Yeah, because I know I can do. And if you like,
they say it's easy. They say it's easy.
No. Okay, so I feel like that any comp player could do what he's doing. So why not incorporate that into, like, look at what he's doing, see how he does it,
competitive,
and incorporate a couple of those
questions that you ask them, Jay. That's all.
Yeah,
because they say it's not competitive.
Can I ask you a question? Let me lay one out there. Like you said, Jay. Jay said a comp player could emulate what someone like Black Cobra's doing.
Right.
Would you say that that's a fairly easy task to accomplish?
No. I'm saying I don't think it's accurate. I don't think it's to be honest with you.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is what's more difficult: a comp player emulating the Black Cobra style of gameplay, or a casual player like Black Cobra trying to emulate what a comp player does?
That's gonna be tough. I mean, he would have to have the want to first. More or less what I'm saying is, like, I'm talking about the step backs, the fades, the things like that. They can do that stuff. Like Sid does it all the time, right? But I'm thinking, like, why not make the comp content a lot more enticing and entertaining by throwing that in there, just a couple of plays here and there, and then you got the video.
It's not necessarily about entertainment; it's about competing.
Gotcha. But I mean, if you get the bucket, ain't you competing? Like, you throw it in there and just say, hey, I did this 2 or 3 times a game. You can put out a tips video. Hey, do this a couple of times a game. You catch a guy off guard. Boom, 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 and you good.
Jay,
and you can actually.
Why are you trying to make all this sense?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because comp players, they be more like, they don't even if they hit a shot that's green, if they don't like how they set it up, they're not happy with the results. Their whole goal is to kind of, it's an evolution, and they have the end goal to be at that top level. They're not necessarily playing the dude that's in front of them. They want to master that comp craft, no mistakes type of thing. So
I can understand that.
I respect it though. I ain't gonna. I do respect it. It's the attitude behind it is what kind of
wrong.
You know what I mean? Like, no, it's okay to be a casual. It's okay.
Right.
Not everybody got that type of time to put into going to the lab and do all of that.
Yeah.
Some people got families, a life, and they got a few minutes. They want to go and play and enjoy the game. That's okay too.
Let them enjoy that game.
I even have an issue with people really highlighting win percentages, because everybody in the community know win percentage is dictated by who you play with. It's a team game, unless you play 1v1s only. So if you play with a team, you tend to have a better win percentage. If you play with a set, or like a set 5 or a set 3, you tend to have a better win percentage. If you run with randoms, it tend to be pretty shaky. Okay, so even that, like the emphasis on that, which was definitely bring forward by a comp player. I'm not going to highlight who it is, and I had an issue when he did it back then, and now it's a common thing. Yeah, even that rubbed me the wrong way, to be honest with y'all. All right. All right. So anyways, man, that's what we'll close off on right there. This is the first of many live, interactive, all right? Next time we'll demand some more questions. We probably cut it off a little bit earlier to give you all some more time to ask some more questions. And we're gonna be, inviting some of y'all up here, but we might need someone to vet some people, before they could speak.
Definitely gonna need that.
Okay, so we got a lot of ideas to go with this podcast. Y'all requested it, and of course we oblige, like we always do. We give the people what they want. All right, make sure and follow everybody here. Make sure to follow everybody. Jay, he's not as good looking, you know what I mean? He got dreads, give him a pass. City, he cut his dreads, man. I think he got rid of his dreads. He kind of sold out, you know what I mean? But it's all right. It's okay. He's still family. It's still family, okay? All right.
I had to embrace my Puerto Ricanness.
I feel you, man. G. So y'all want to say some final words before we head out?
All right,
I was just gonna say, man, that'll be dope if we can get a comp player in here next week to I really, like, I got no ill will toward nobody. I just talk because I'm going. I mean, it's entertainment, man. This is what it is, like WWE. And that's how my show is daily. I'm laughing at most of this stuff, but I really want to understand what the beef is with Black. That's what I want. I really just want to understand, because sometimes like it might be something that I truly can't understand. I'm like, okay, I can dig it. But just help me understand where they're coming from. That's what I would like to do, if we can do that.
Fair enough. Silly.
All right, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It was good to share our feedback on what took place over the last week, and looking forward to catching y'all next week on the 2K crossover.
Well said, my G. Don't forget, man, make sure to like up the streams, okay? It will help us out in the long run. And if you all want to see it coming, just, man, keep sharing it. Keep sharing it, man. So expect us around the same time next week. Yep. We're going to keep this going. We're not going to stop this time. Everybody settled. Everybody good. All right, everybody looking good. Not Jay that much. All right, but everybody else looking.
Jason.
All right, y'all, man. Have a blessed one. Till next time. Peace, y'all.